Good morning. This is Dan's Level8 here to do the pre-market. It is July 14th, 2026. Let's get to this data here. Get to the platform. All right. Okay, guys, this is the 5-minute chart of both indexes. We have a couple of internals that we watch during trading, also ticks, and I like the CVD version or view of the way these treasuries are running. We have a customized MACD, we have RSI, several other things there going on. Guys, we're within yesterday's auction still on both indexes, really in the middle of it. If I go here and turn on the excuse me, there we go, the volume profile value areas from yesterday. We're above that area there. That's going to give us a value accepted likely bullish read on NQ. This looks at more than that, but that is the read we're getting there. On the ES side, we're getting a VWAP magnet likely. So this is exactly what we had yesterday, and this combination of reads can be good for us. So meaning that we can get driving moves away from VWAP, and that we'll get a reversal, hopefully a clean reversal, and move back down to them, and just get those big waves that we like when we're trading these. When we're kind of trading this microstructure, we trade the lower time frames here, and hopefully be done by 10:30, 11. That's Central Time. But basically, I typically, top out around the time London closes or just after. But that's our read from a structural standpoint. Let's go look at some of our longer term time frames. Find the chart here and drag it down for you. On the daily here, we're still kind of straddling this 8. We might be looking for a pretty good move to the upside here at the open if they trade CPI positively. I mean, there's a good chance of that happening. Because our overnight moves are not very big. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this 4-hour chart. This allows us to take a look at these levels that we look at overnight, and get an idea of where we're at in terms of the past with these levels, how strong they are. And this is a strong area down here. We've got that 29.3 as the pre-market low, and that's been a really good support going back to back here to the 25th last month. So and before that, even that's the 24th. So strong support down here at 300. We're up here close to the close to this range up here that we've been topping out at here. So we're in between two pretty stiff support areas here. I mean, we could get up to, we've been up against 30. We're a ways from that though, so we've got a ways to go really to get before we get to these peaks. But we're certainly closer to the top than we are the bottom, and we may see a run for this sort of swing up here that we've been at 30,050. I'd not be surprised to see that find that to be strong resistance up here. Just just the big fat round number, the 30,000 is going to be a big number. You can see that on the options chains. So that's kind of where we're at. There's no real intermediate levels here. I kind of like that. I kind of like that read along that 30,000 line, and really the L1 and the pre-market low there. So that looks pretty good now. We could go we could go, 29,987 in terms of ATR. That's where the average would put us as it stands right now. That's right at 30 if we max that out. So we got a couple hundred points to get there. We had this run up uh, from that CPI report. Let's go down. Let's go back and this execution chart. So we had a big run up here, a couple hundred points, a few hundred points. It is slowly working its way back down now. But I don't know. We could AI. The playbook thinks that we could certainly get a pop out of this at the open. Uh, we have these supportive rates, although they've come down a little bit. So the inflation numbers coming down maybe ease the expectations of a rate increase out of the Fed. So that was the value of that CPI report. If we go look at that playbook from this morning, there it is. We had strong earnings on the banks, but there's that CPI report. Fed hike odds lower. So this was a more positive type of headline today. We've got the oil shock going, news happening. That's not going to change in the near future. We've got a few impact, low impact things happening tomorrow, and we think about those when we get into power hour. The driver today will be that soft CPI versus the oil shock. So, those kind of are offsetting each other right now. Uh, NDX stronger if yields fall, and we'll need financial participation. I guess we're talking about the financial sector there, which we may get a pop out of the financial sector. We watch all those sectors. Expect a CPI impulse at the open. That's what I was talking about. That would be a positive impulse there, and avoid chasing it because we have a VWAP magnet call on the other, but we're going to look for support at VWAP to confirm. There you go. Market regime, as usual, headline driven volatility. Around an inflection point. So that's when we trade these levels. So that's what that playbook looks like this morning. We can get this on our you can get this on our Discord page every day, Level8 Trading Discord. You go to level8trading.com and get into that Discord. That's where we're at on these. If we go look at the just these intraday time frames with our previous highs and lows. This kind of bears out what we were talking about in terms of these lows over the past 5 days. Big zone at the top up here. There's H1 at 30,042. That's yesterday's high. The one before that made it a little bit higher. So big zone of resistance up here. We may drive up into it or beyond, but expect to certainly see some resistance there. L1 386. We saw that is a good bottom for us, and after that we would have last L5 last 5 days ago, so last Tuesday, 5 sessions ago, and that's at 29.2. 29 386. This is a big drop here, big drop on that one. So we'll be aware of all those levels as we always are. That's what we trade here. Are the institutional levels and previous levels and standard levels here. So we'll be watching it today. I hope you'll maybe join us at some point in the NQ room. You get in our Discord, you can do that. Please like and subscribe to this content. And like I said, go to level8trading.com, get in our Discord. You'll have availability on the playbook, and we're here live daily. I'll be back.